E agora, velho? O que faremos agora, mano? Ah, tem uma conquista. Essa eu lembro. Que é clicar na porta 430 5 vezes. E aí eu quero fazer a conquista. Me dá a conquista. É isso que tu conquista. Dá conquista. Clicar 20 vezes. Dá conquista. 50! Ah, eu assisti muito Phelps jogando Cookie Clicker, velho. Ele não quer me dar conquista, chat.
Stanley, I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 na 417. Se eu soubesse onde fica 417, eu até clicava.
Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Tá. E, nossa, a gente vai muito longe nisso, né?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now door 415. Let's give it
Ah,
10
vamos
clicks or
nós.
so.
415.
Now back to door number 437.
Meu Deus do céu. Qual que era? 437?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Clicar na copiadora?
All right, back to room 417. I'm
Meu
really
Deus.
feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Parece que foi naquelas missões de jogo que você pede pra você...
Now go climb on employee 419's
Ah, entregue tal coisa em tal lugar. Aí você vai em tal lugar, entrega... Ah, agora volta lá e entrega tal coisa. Aí você fica igual idiota. Calma, eu não vi o que ele falou. Qual o número? Era 419 ou 417? Ele falou no... Tô confuso. Não era pra clicar no desktop do 419? O que exatamente você considera o desktop? Tô clicando. Olha, não tá funcionando. Felícios e...
Yes, this
Ah,
is great.
consegui.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Meu Deus. Onde eu fui me meter?
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine do that.
Copiadora,
one again.
copiadora, copiadora, copiadora. Cadê a copiadora? Eu não sei onde tem a copiadora, velho. Era aqui.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
Porta 430, porta 430, porta 430. Eu não sei onde fica 430. Aqui. Conseguimos.
We did it.
Conseguimos.
Wow, that felt amazing.
Caraca, olha a conquista como é que fica. É. Calma, agora vocês vão olhar. Olha.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud
Fica
of
até
how
toda
far we've come today.
colorida,
Just
mano.
think,
Desculpa.
only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now?
Incrível.
What were you thinking?
Incrível, incrível. Caraca, tem uma conquista que Cadê, ó? É... Conquista de teste, apenas ignore. Meu Deus, velho, tem umas conquistas muito malucas. Tá, e agora, chat? O que a gente vai fazer? Vamos seguir. Mano, mano, as conquistas desse jogo. Jogue Stanley Parable pela duração for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Tem que jogar uma terça-feira inteira, é isso? Tem que ficar com o jogo aberto uma terça inteira pra eu ganhar essa conquista. Tem uma conquista que é 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, e a descrição é 8, 8, 8, 8, 8 muitas vezes. Speedrun. Complete Stanley Parable em 4 minutos e 22 segundos. Sem incluir os loadings. Setting World Champion. Sete todos os sliders no menu. Para todos os números disponíveis. Eu não entendi esse. Super Go Outside. Não joga Stanley Parable por 10 anos. Essa conquista vai ser difícil. Quer dizer, a gente vai conseguir ela eventualmente, né? Mas a gente vai demorar um pouquinho. Porque 10 anos é muito tempo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Onde que a gente vai? Eu não lembro mais caminhos. Pra onde a gente vai, chat? Ou pra direita? Vou até marcar o celular para daqui 10 anos. Muito bonita essa sala, agora vamos vazar. Não. Ó, tem um lugarzinho pra ir ali que eu lembro, mas... Vamos pra cá. Speedrun. Speedrun. Olha, eu acho que se eu pular aqui eu só morro, né? Tem aqui, ó. Tem uma porta ali. Olha, tá aberto lá, mas acho que eu morro, certeza que eu ia lá. Desculpa. Sem querer, escorreguei. Perigo em todo lugar. B3, 2B3. Stanley entrou pela porta vermelha. Stanley entrou pela porta vermelha. Stanley entrou pela porta vermelha. Achei. Quero saber o que tem aqui. Sim, quero saber o que tem aqui. Tá vendo? Não tem nada aqui. Desculpa. Na teoria tem, né?
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
O chat é que escolheu, não fiz nada.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable
culpa do chat.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill tree?
O skill tree eu queria, hein? Skill tree seria legal, hein? Eu gosto de um RPGzinho.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Tá bom.
There we go. A third option.
Terceira opção. É isso que eu queria.
Go ahead, Stan. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Qual que é a nota a gente vai dar dessa nova versão incrível do jogo aqui, ó? Olha essas texturas. Ah, eu acho que um tá bom, né?
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically.
É um bom
But a
número.
1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Vamos olhar. Nova versão do jogo dele. Epa. Eita. Eita, outras pessoas. Total de 91 mil portas abertas. Estão abrindo mais. Muitos passos. 21% dos jogadores pularam a introdução. Apenas 3% escolheram a porta azul. Eu sou o jogador número 9327. Por que não ajuda? Pergunta pra alguns amigos ajudarem. Amigos são ego, é isso que estava escrito? 98,9% dos jogadores são mais atrativos do que o Stanley. Sumiu. Tá, onde que era pra gente ir? Pra cá?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers.
Ah, eu gostei, eu gosto de números. Olha pro teto, não tem nada no teto. Ah, eu dou um 5. Gostei.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been
Gostei, eu
working on.
gosto de
And
dados.
now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Novo jogo.
In this game,
Ah,
you'll be crawling
esse eu lembro do Phelps, hein?
danger. You click the button to move
Nossa.
him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take
Nossa, mas
notice.
nem ferrando que eu
But
fico
of
aqui
course,
4 horas
the
igual o
message of
Phelps.
the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Ah,
It's
vou
up
jogar
to
por 4
you to
horas
give it
sim.
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Nossa senhora, que barulho horrível. Nossa, muito ruim. Não gostei desse jogo. Muito alto, velho. Tá doido.
Bastard. Did you
Caraca,
do it
que
because you
susto.
think babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience. for
Não
me.
gostei desse jogo,
I'm
muito
not
alto.
going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
De
Your
nada.
input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we
A gente vai jogar o jogo de outra pessoa agora, chat.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha,
Que isso?
fascinating.
Caraca, esse eu gostei, hein?
What's
Olha!
your story? What is our motivation?
Olha, esse aqui é bom. Caraca, esse é bom.
Obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Claramente você queria jogar um jogo de um cara estranho espiando os outros de uma torre.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Caraca, chat, estamos num jogo... Esse barulho de porta é de algum jogo que eu conheço. Olha! Olha isso! Isso não tinha no jogo também. Que eu me lembre. Ih, é pro outro lado que desce. Gostei, adorei esse jogo.
No, can't be.
O que foi? O que tá errado?
It is.
É um jogo de mundo aberto. Não, ele bloqueou. Meu Deus, tava tão bom. O narrador não gosta de jogo de mundo aberto. Não, esse jogo tava bom, velho. Não, esse jogo tava tão bom. Ah, esse jogo tava tão bom, mano. Ah, esse é bom, hein? Esse é bom. Rocket League, mano. Esse é bom, esse é bom. Cadê a bola?
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Esse é bom, esse é bom, esse eu gostei. Eu sou a bola?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back
Opa.
here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Cadê a bola?
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Muito
We
divertido.
shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Cadê? Nossa senhora. Se eu pudesse pular... Nossa, eu vou fazer gol. Caraca, mas a bola é muito grande, eu sou muito pequeno. Eu não consigo correr também. Esse barulho. Muito divertido. Não consigo fazer gol. Eu não consigo fazer gol.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Mais uma bola.
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Incrível, incrível.
I'm like a child in a confectionery shop.
Ó, fiz gol, eu sou do time azul.
I'm insatiable. More balls.
Mais bolas, mais... Meu Deus. Meu Deus. Mano, sabe o que tá me lembrando? Tá me lembrando os mapas de futebol do CS Source, velho. Eu jogava. Nossa, era muito bom, velho. Muito. Esse eu gostei desse jogo.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time because guess what? It's over.
Não! Ah, estraga prazer.
This is my game and what
Estraga
I say
prazer.
goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's
Tava tão
what
divertido.
I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Caraca, ele falou que sem ele eu não sou nada. Sem ele pra pôr as regras e os limites. E agora ele me abandonou. Ah.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Ih,
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it.
calma, rapidinho. Tem uma propaganda aqui. Deixa eu ver se... Oh, o progresso do aqui do Overwatch tá indo, hein? Aparentemente. Tá, tá.
You know that, Stanley.
Estamos perdidos agora. A gente deu um olé no narrador. Só que eu não enxergo nada. Caí. Chat, onde a gente tá? Chat, segura minha mão, tô com medo. Chat.
I wonder what he found.
Pergunta o que ele encontrou.
Was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Tô feliz com a minha escolha.
If he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Deixa eu ir aí, mano.
I can wait.
É. Tá bom. Acabou? Acabou, foi mais um final.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Pô, foi legal o Rocket League, hein? Gostei do Rocket League. Vou ver o negócio rapidinho. Gostei do Rocket League. Faz dos PCs? Qual que é o dos PCs?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of
Não
his
tinha um PC aqui não.
co-workers.
Oxi. É desligar os PC? Esse jogo chama Stanley Parable. Ele é um jogo antigo já, mas lançou uma versão Deluxe. Mas é um jogo... eu não sei nem explicar, velho. É um jogo com vários finais, mas é uma narrativa, basicamente. Nós somos a gente controla o Stanley, que era um cara que trabalhava fazendo a mesma coisa por anos e anos, e aí do nada todo mundo sumiu. E aí o narrador... entre só eu e o narrador. Eu não sei, é difícil explicar. Todo PC ligado você desliga. Tem mais algum? Eu não sei até onde eu posso ir. Não sei se eu posso passar dessa porta.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
Tá, não tem
did
nenhum
it
ligado
advance
aqui.
the story in any way.
Esse aqui, ó, é input recebido 1. Vai ser as portas agora.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A gente vai seguir o narrador?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
Monetize
to his
free to
boss's
play.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
E agora? A gente sobe ou a gente desce?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
Subiu na
to his
escadaria,
boss's
Stanley
office.
subiu as escadas até o escada do seu boss. Desci. Nossa, mas nunca que eu vou conseguir ler isso daqui, é muito pequeno. Mas eu queria.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in
2
such a competitive
B4.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then
Mas
something occurred.
tem tradução? É que essa é a versão nova, não tá em português na Steam.
To Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence.
O narrador tá narrando basicamente como se fosse louco.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this,
A gente tá em
he
looping,
began to make
chat.
other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet?
Por que eu não posso olhar meu pé se eu olho pra baixo? É verdade. Por que as portas fecham quando eu passo?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Nossa, a gente tá em looping com as salas repetindo.
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt.
E a gente tá ficando
Finally
maluco.
found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself
tô voando,
soaring
tô.
through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Não, não tô não.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head?
Por que tem uma voz na minha cabeça narrando tudo que eu tô fazendo e pensando? Pois é.
Now the voice was describing itself.
Agora a voz está descrevendo ela mesma.
Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
É, o relógio é 12B4. Eu vi. Eu não sei o que significa. Alguém no chat, vocês derrubaram o café aqui, mano.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
2B,
How
não
else
tem
would the
4.
voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely.
Tá ficando louco de
if he
novo.
could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
A gente fechou os olhos e está tentando acordar.
Outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Me deixa acordar, ele falou para si mesmo.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Não, todo mundo normal aqui nesse chat.
I am okay.
É, a gente não acordou não, viu?
Stanley began screaming.
Até ele começou a gritar. Meu Deus. Tá ficando doido.
And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Essa história é sobre uma mulher chamada Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like
Mariella
any other.
acordou em um dia como qualquer
Rose,
outro.
got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Olha a gente aí,
But on
mano.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
Caraca, a gente
though
tava
she
louco
soon
na
turned
rua
to
e
go call for
caiu e
ambulance,
morreu.
for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Naquele momento ela pensou quão sortuda ela era por ser normal.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Caraca, a gente ficou louco e morreu no meio da rua, mano. Não, belo final, né? Belo final, eu diria. Um belíssimo final. Não consigo interagir com nada dentro da minha sala? Aparentemente não. Um belíssimo final, né? Agora o final dos computadores eu já não sei. Um belo final, a gente ficou louco e morreu. Agora é esse. Ah, tem que fazer várias vezes. Tem que fazer várias vezes, ó. Agora tem 2. E se eu clicar pra começar de novo?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Tá. Acho que eu desliguei todos, mano. Mas eu não acho o PC com um negócio. Ou será que eu tenho que realmente jogar e é só na próxima run? Eu não achei. Tá, qual caminhos tem mais? Pra onde iremos, chat? E o que era aqueles relógios, velho? Por que tem 1, 2, B4? Por que esse quadrado em específico é de outra cor? Vamos pra direita.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room.
Sala incrível.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Tem aqui, ó.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Como assim ativou as conquistas? As conquistas estão funcionando. Eu vou pra cá. Eu vou.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go
Tão perdido.
From here it's left.
Esquerda.
Oh no, it's to the right.
Aí está me zoando, né?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly. Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Não, isso aqui já é liberado. Inclusive, nesse novo, tem uma coisa nova que eu fiz no começo da live. Que tipo... quando ele termina, deixa a gente terminar isso que eu falo. Que eu não sei como continuar, mano. Esse caminho. Tipo, no começo tem um final... Que esse aqui tem alguma coisa nova, tipo... A gente foi parar no Rocket League. Mas quando você entra no jogo, ele pede pra você editar horário, né? E aí, se você entrar e sair várias vezes, acho que na segunda ou terceira vez, você começa a falar com, tipo, sei lá, como se fosse o programa que pede o seu horário. Só que aí eu fiz tudo que podia, ele falou, agora você vai ter que me encontrar por aí. Eu não sei mais aonde que ele tá. Mas enfim, quero achar mais coisas novas.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a
Spoiler, chat. Spoiler. Fecha os olhos.
Just have to get back to
Por que o 234 tá manchado ali, tá vendo?
The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
E o narrador vai reiniciar o jogo. É, pra gente não é spoiler, né? Que a gente já fez.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, no meio desse final eu não consigo desligar o PC. Aparentemente. Ah, consegui agora. Naquele ali eu não tinha conseguido. Esse eu não consigo. Ah, meu PC não conseguia desligar, eu não conseguia interagir com ele. Meu Deus, quanta porta.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything?
Eu não mudei nada.
Room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who
Não é
wrote
porque
the
você tá me
story.
perguntando.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Vamos achar a história, chat. Se fosse uma história, vocês estariam onde? Tô perdido. Ih, calma.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure.
É a pior
I've
aventura
ever
de
been
todas,
on.
não tem
I can
nada.
promise you, there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
E lá vamos nós de novo. O narrador reiniciou o jogo de novo. Eu não consigo interagir nada com a minha sala.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Não sei o que
Stanley
significa.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
É roubar as portas.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Tá bom, vamos voltar pra isso, a gente não perdeu nada.
Aha! I knew we'd
Eh.
missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind.
Ih.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Eu acho que o narrador tá mais perdido que eu. Meu Deus, que é
Não,
isso?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story
ferrou.
took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Ganhei.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Fácil.
good job. Oh no, I don't feel right.
É,
about
isso
this
não
at all.
parece certo.
We both know you didn't put in any actual
Como
work for that
assim?
win.
Eu trabalhei
Some
muito pra essa
people went fair
vitória.
and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Vamos lá, vamos nós de novo. Ih,
All right, I've got a solution.
The
This
Stanley
time,
Parable
make sure we don't
Adventure
get
Line.
lost. I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
A linha da aventura TM.
How simple
Tá
is
bom.
that?
Ah, só seguir a linha. Calma, deixa eu só dar uma olhadinha nos PC aqui. Pelo menos a energia, né? Tá caro. Eu clico naquela porta que eu falei. Qual porta que eu falei? Eu já fiz a da 430, a conquista. Calma aí. Eu fiz. Olha, tava jogando paciência. É que não dá pra não seguir a linha, só tem o caminho da linha. É 4, 8. Tá?
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into
Ih, eu
being
parei de seguir a
by
linha.
the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Ih, achei a linha de
Stanley,
novo.
I need to follow this train of
Eu já não sei
thought
se eu
for a
tô
minute.
indo ou tô
Just stick
voltando
with me.
agora, eu tô confuso.
Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is
Acho
in
que eu tô indo.
fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience
É.
of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
O narrador tá indo muito longe.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Música, isso, é isso que a gente precisa. Caraca, tava muito alto, que susto. Tá muito alto. Calma.
Cut the music.
Não, tava bom.
That firm. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley
Voltamos.
Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
E agora?
Not again.
Voltamos pra cá de
How
novo.
could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Lá vamos nós de novo.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Exato, a gente é inteligente, precisa de uma linha.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Por que só esse tem
Why don't we
telefone?
simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Isso, vamos pra cá, boa.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Muito.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Caraca, a linha é forte, hein?
Ah, a choice.
Escolhas, incríveis escolhas.
From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Ele tem que andar em círculo enquanto ele pensa.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
Vou ficar tonto andando em círculos.
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Outra vitória da lógica.
Our destiny awaits.
Vambora. O final confuso. Você está jogando por 17 minutos e 18 segundos. Tudo que a gente fez.
It's all one giant ending. And we're supposed to restart the game eight times?
Depois de muito tempo, Stanley morre. Eu não gostei disso.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Olha, eu não gostei desse final ali não. Essa última linha eu não gostei, viu?
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Não vou fazer, não vou fazer, não vou fazer. Ele não quer iniciar o jogo. É.
Stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Tá.
I guess now we just wait, you know.
Vamos
I
esperar.
suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in
E
the
se ele não morrer de velhice, como ele vai morrer? É. Longo tempo é muito, né? Pode ser daqui 1 ano ou daqui 100, né? Ou daqui 1 milhão.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
Deus do céu, velho.